We are Mark and Jodi Heinold. We have been in Florida for just under a year now. We came from the Northeast, Philadelphia, a suburb of Philadelphia. We've been married 7 years and have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. Essentially, the reason why we came to Florida, Naples particularly, was for the lifestyle and the weather. We've had enough of the winters in the Northeast and have been down here on vacations and for some conventions for work. And we fell in love with the area and decided to make the move.
Tim contacted Mark and gave us some listings, and we started putting together different types of houses that we thought would meet our family's needs. And then Mark flew down here for the weekend and started going through all of the houses with Tim, and so Tim brought Mark to a few different places that he thought that Mark would like based on what he was seeing the day before.
I think the concern for us was not really knowing the area. As I said, we've been down here on vacation and not really knowing the area, knowing safe places to live with the kids.
And places we would visit a lot.
Right, the school systems and the background there. So we didn't really know a lot about the area, and certainly Tim and the other folks at Equity helped us out and got us the information we needed to make an informed decision.
So we started our search a couple days after Christmas and ended our search right after New Year's.
Right.
But we had asked Tim to start giving us some listings, and we came to this house because Tim knew one of the things on my list, because I stayed home with our 2 children, was being in a neighborhood where there were other families. That was really important to us.
And he knew as soon as he sent over the listing, he was
So
as excited as he knew we would be about the listing, because he knew it was perfect, and it turned out it was. And ultimately it worked out.
The kids have friends now in the neighborhood, so we go outside a lot at night. We swim in the backyard. They still have school, so they still have their normal routine, but I think that they're so much happier now in this new house.
I mean, it feels like, to me, we live on vacation, with the weather and the house and the area and the fact that there's so much to do in Naples and the surrounding area in Southwest Florida. It feels like we're living on vacation, which is great. Can't beat it.
One of the things that Tim did for us too, I think, to put our mind at ease, we were buying new construction, and he would go over and take pictures of the house throughout different stages of it being finished. And that would help me out a lot because I hadn't seen the house at that point. So I was just relying on pictures, and he would take videos and he would send them to us so we could see the progress that was being made.
Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm. We would look forward to those.
I mean, the thing about Tim too, he is almost as excited about the process as we were, and enjoys his job to the point where he enjoys going in and seeing the homes and providing advice about the different areas and about the different builders. So you can tell it's really his passion.
I think Mark hit the nail on the head. He said Tim's just as excited to see these houses as we are. There were times, we've used Tim out 2 times actually, and during our second time, both Mark and I were going to search for houses, and we would say, can we just go to this open house? We'll bring your card. We don't want to waste your time. We're not even sure if this is, a good fit for us or not, but it looks okay online. And Tim was like, no, I want to go. I want to see it. I learned so much from each of the open houses I go to, and I like to learn more about each area that you were looking at. So he was very excited.
Yeah, I would say the efficiency in which he works. He's not going to waste your time. He asks a lot of questions up front to get to know what type of home you're looking for. And then in the end, it was a really efficient search. It didn't take a long time to ultimately make the decision because he knew exactly what we were looking for. And he found it. It was just a couple days out looking. So
Tim was good too about being meticulous about details too. Mark's very detail oriented, and I think that put Mark's mind at ease because if there was going to be a flaw with that house, Tim would find it and make us aware of it. And with deadlines, he was so good about bringing us the information about things we needed to do, things he was doing on his end to make that the close as smooth as possible. In fact, we didn't even attend the close.
Right.
Tim did it for us.
And he walked through the house with me and came up with the punch list, literally room by room by room. And he actually took all the notes on the punch list, which was great. We've had a lot of homes over the years. We've moved around a number of times, and I would say the experience with Tim has been one that was very efficient. He was very prepared, knew exactly the type of home we were looking for, and in a few days found us the house that met our needs. So we're very pleased with the service that Tim provided, and ultimately the outcome was fantastic. We would certainly recommend Tim and Equity Realty for a lot of reasons. The first is he really takes it seriously, and he's very efficient with his time. He treats you like you're his only client. I mean, he gives you 100% of his attention and time. He's willing to take calls at any hour of the day or night, and his response time is incredible. So he makes you feel like you're his only client, and he's really engaged in helping you find your dream home.